2, 1.
Hey Greg, here's how you get the information that I sent you this morning. So from the main student view, you'll go to Guidance, Classes, and then Current Year. Otherwise, you pull up a lot of information you just don't need. Next thing you want to do is hit Control A to select all of the documents. Go up to Actions, Utilities, and Export Data. You get the pop-up here. First thing to do is change the file path, so save it to your desktop or wherever you like, and give it a title. And then we'll also need to load all forms because it's coming from a different form within Harmony. Once the forms load, we're going to hit this drop down and go to Student Class, then click somewhere in here to activate all these fields. The information that you'll need is the ID, last name, send those over. These fields go over in the order in which you send them. So we'll also want the student's first name and then just some basic course information. So you have it. So we'll definitely need course credits. That's the credits possible. We could do a course number, a description, and most importantly, grade points earned. And then we'll scroll all the way down here to term, and that should be all we need here. If there's additional information that you want, that's completely up to you. But this will get us what we need. Okay, so once you have these fields, then you hit run and sit back and wait. Sometimes it takes like 30 seconds, other times it could take a minute or two. Once the report's complete, you'll get a message like this, and you can just get out of that. And then we will grab the report as well. So you just need to search where you saved it. And let's see, MI class report, and we'll open that. Okay, so now we have our report. We're going to get rid of these top two rows. We don't need them. And start by doing a couple of filters here. So we'll set these filters up, and we're going to find just term one. Remember, we did students and then current year, student class and current year. So we'll take that and go ahead and copy all of that, move it to a new sheet. The next thing we have now, so these are all of the courses for term one. Next thing that we'll need to do is get student information, so active student information. To do that, we'll go to Students and then Students by Grade. And we'll pull their information real quick by selecting all and doing the Actions, Utilities, Export Data, and change the file path. Students. And this one, we don't need to load all forms because you are getting everything from the student form. And here we only need ID, last name, send those, and then first name as well. And you run that. That report does not take very long because there's not much information that's being gathered. Okay, so we'll open that report. Okay, so we now have this report. We'll get rid of these top lines. Copy this information over, and now we're going to go over to this tab. Sorry. I'm going to put this on a new sheet, just somewhere to the right, and go back here. The other thing that we'll need to do here is we'll filter out, go to filter, and we're going to filter out anybody with a 0. What that grade points earned is the number of grade points that students earn for a class. So if they have a 0, we'll also filter out the blanks. If they have a 0, then that means obviously that they didn't pass the course. So we're going to do this by process of elimination here. So now we'll copy all of this information over. And we'll just call this credits earned, CE, whatever you want to call it. And here is the formula. It equals sum if, and our range is all of this. So everything, comma, the criteria then is the student ID number over here. And the sum range is the grade points earned column. And I'll run this formula again because it looks like things are getting. Hold on, that's not right at all. Okay, sorry, I'm going to start my formula all over. I saw a result and I knew it wasn't right. So here it is, and hopefully you can see this a little better. You'll put equals sum if, and our range is here, and then you'll enter a comma, and the criteria is this. So it's this, we'll just select the first student, comma again, and then you're going to sum this range. Okay, the grade points earned. Close parentheses, and then hit enter. So for Sharita, we can see that didn't earn any. You can then, when this cell is active, if you hover over the bottom right corner, you'll get this little black cross. Double click it, and it's going to apply the formula to all these cells. So one last thing that we'll do is copy and paste values. That allows us to get rid of this data. So there is how you get this. Now there is one other step that I did because it's quite possible that Sharita, for example, wasn't a student or didn't take any classes term 1. So of course you got 0. So if you go back to the sheet, you can run the same process except keep the 0 or blank. But I do think ultimately you'll get the easiest part here. The other step to figure out if they took a class, if we add, if we add everything, and we'll copy and paste it. Sorry, one more thing. If add a column, we'll say, yes, they took a class. This is a little bit scattered, so wasn't planning on sending this video, but now I'm happy to. So bear with me a little bit. Okay, so we added this column that says class to all of our term 1 data, and we're just going to use this as the indicator for this formula. So we'll copy this, go back to here, paste it, and took a class. And to determine that, we will put equals VLOOKUP. We're going to look up this value. So pick one of the first student, Sharita again, comma, this, the whole array, comma, and then we need to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 9th column, comma, false. I'm going to run out of time here, Greg. So we can see that Sharita took no classes in term 1. at a time.